2024 was an incredible year of racing for me, so here are some of my most memorable moments. I hope you enjoy. In 10th place is my very first car racing send. It was my first race at Brands Hatch and the final corner is hardly a braking zone in the Ford Ka, but I sent it regardless. At Rissington, I had awful kart luck and I was trying to fight for a podium with a kart that was probably half a second a lap off the pace, so I needed to be absolutely perfect. On the last lap of the race, I tried to compromise a driver heading onto the back straight, but I lost too much speed and I lost even more time than he did. All that was left was for me to brake super late into the dogleg and time a switchback to absolute perfection. This was so much harder than it looks, and 9 times out of 10, I don't think I would have pulled this overtake off. I pulled off so many switchbacks at Buckmore Park that I even gave this overtake a name, the Milky Backslap. It was hard to select a single clip for this video, but I overtook 3 people in this one, so I figured it deserved to be shown. We aren't just showing the positives in this video, but the negatives too. At the Kart Race of Champions, I had really rotten kart luck, and in the finals, a 4th straight bad kart sent me into a mental spiral. After this driver pulled away, despite having a worse exit, I did something that I never thought I would do: rage quit a race. Everyone loves a good dive bomb, and I did plenty of those over the course of the year. However, this has to be my most ludicrous one yet, and I still don't know how I got the blooming kart stopped in time. My biggest fear in car racing was crashing and having a huge repair bill. When a driver in front of me missed their gear, I barely had enough time to react and avoid an incident. This might be a simple overtake, but it was a really important one for me. The driver in front of me is possibly the quickest driver in Club 100, and I had spent ages behind him, but I finally figured out where I had a pace advantage over him, and I used it to pull off a lovely send. This overtake didn't just give me my first ever SP60 victory, but it gave me a huge amount of self-confidence for the rest of the year. The Brands Hatch Indy 500 was my 3rd ever car race, and it was one that I managed to win with my team. However, when fighting for the lead in the early stages of the race, I hit a patch of fluid into turn 1, which caused me to understeer into the gravel and nearly ended my race. Thankfully, an insane moment of car control kept us in the race, and the rest, as they say, is history. My favourite battle of the season was this absolute banger from Glandau. I put a solid overtake on Fraser Brunton for the lead, and I thought I had the pace advantage to pull clear. But a few laps later, Fraser fought back with this great send into the final corner, after which he began to defend like crazy. I was going super wide into corners to try to get a good exit, but Fraser was positioning his kart perfectly. Eventually, I got a tap from behind, which pushed me wide. I not only lost the position, but immediately had a stream of karts on my inside. I lost not only another position, but 2 more positions, which then became 3 positions, and I was down from 2nd to 6th in just 3 corners. I was furious and only had 10 minutes left in the race. I overtook 5th with a send from a kart length back into the final corner, and then followed that up with an absolutely beautiful overtake on Jack O'Neill, one of my favourite overtakes of the year. 3rd was secured with another dive bomb from a kart length back before I closed into 2nd and snuck up the inside into the double right-hander. With 5 minutes left, it was time to fight for the win, and I tried an outrageous send around the outside of Fraser, but I was just too far behind and got squeezed on corner exit. I nearly lost 2nd again, but was late enough on the brakes to hold the position. The next lap, I went for the switchback, and I got squeezed into the right and ended up losing 2nd position. But I immediately fought back with a textbook overtake into the final corner. Now, I had to change my approach. I focused on perfecting my exit through this corner sequence and set up a move into the last corner. Fraser is incredibly good on the brakes, so I needed to be right behind him. But I outbraked myself and Fraser pulled off the switchback. However, now I knew what I had to do. I set up the complex again and got a great exit. This time I just had to be a touch earlier on the brakes, and I would park it on the exit so that Fraser couldn't get a switchback. As soon as I felt him bump into the back of my kart, I got on the throttle and it was easy to secure the win. This was easily my favourite ever karting battle, and one that required a lot of grit to fight back from 6th and required a lot of thinking and racing strategy. But what could top that battle though? Well, after 3 years of Club 100 karting, and 6 years if you include the BUKC, my first Club 100 overall victory just felt more special than my car racing win at Brands Hatch. What was even better was that I got my win at my favourite circuit, Ella Park, and it was live streamed too. I don't think I will ever forget this moment.
The last quarter, but this man here, Yusuf bin Suhail, is a winner in Club 100 Senior Sprints Lightweights. Yusuf bin Suhail is your winner for round 4.
I hope you enjoyed this compilation of racing moments from 2024. If you haven't already, drop a like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments which of these was your favourite moment. I'll see you all in the next video. Assalamu alaikum.